I am the greatest.
As long as humans have existed, combat has been, well, simply put, inevitable. Humans have engaged in combat since prehistory. Humans have begun to develop ways in which to incapacitate their fellow man as far back as prehistory. Combat sports, however, have not been around as long, but have been championed by every tradition in every nation around the world as of the last few hundred years. And as of today, are now an Olympic sport. Today, on the Games R channel, we will be talking about arguably the greatest fighter in human history, and how there will never ever be another fighter like Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, born Cassius Clay, was born in 1942 in Louisville, Kentucky. He began training to box at the age of 12 and won a gold medal at the age of 18 in the Summer Olympics in 1960. At the age of 22, he changed his name to Muhammad Ali, rejecting his slave name Cassius Clay and converting to Islam. He made his amateur boxing debut in 1954 against local amateur boxer Ronnie O'Keefe. He won by split decision. His amateur record was 100 wins with 5 losses. That's pretty good. It's really good, actually. That's damn good. That's so good that he went professional. It's so good that he went to the Olympics and won a gold medal. In his 1975 autobiography, he recalled that shortly after his return from the Rome Olympics, he overthrew his gold medal into the Ohio River after he and a friend were refused service at a whites-only restaurant and fought with a white gang. However, this story has been disputed, and he eventually did receive a replacement medal, so the validity of this story is iffy. Muhammad Ali registered for conscription in the U.S. military on his 18th birthday, but then the Vietnam War happens, and Muhammad Ali became one of the most outspoken critics of the Vietnam War. He had dyslexia and was reclassified several times due to his dyslexia. He was quoted as saying, "I said I was the greatest, not the smartest." During the Vietnam War, he was considered himself a conscientious objector. He considered it on religious grounds. He was quoted as saying at one point, "War is against the teachings of the Quran. I'm not trying to dodge the draft. We are not supposed to take part in no wars unless declared by Allah or the Messenger. We don't take part in Christian wars or wars of any unbelievers." But, unfortunately, because of his conscientious objecting, he was stripped of his title. Muhammad Ali went into exile for a few years, consequentially, because of this. This is a direct excerpt from the Wikipedia page of Muhammad Ali. On August 11th, 1970, with his case still in appeal, Ali was granted a license to box by the City of Atlanta Athletic Commission. Leroy Johnson, Jesse Hill Jr., and Harry Pett had used their local political influence and set up the company House of Sports to organize the fight, underlining the political influential power of Georgia's black politics and Ali's comeback. Ali's first return bout was against Jerry Quarry on October 26th, resulting in a win after 3 rounds after Quarry was cut. A month earlier, a victory in federal court forced the New York State Boxing Commission to reinstate his license. He fought Oscar Bonavena at Madison Square Garden in December, an uninspired performance that ended in a dramatic technical knockout of Bonavita in the 15th round. The win left Ali as a top contender against heavyweight champion Joe Frazier. And now we get one of the best fights in sports history. Ali and Frazier's first fight was held at MSG, Madison Square Garden, on March 8th, 1971, while Ali's Supreme Court decision appeal was still pending. It was nicknamed the Fight of the Century since both of these guys were still undefeated. Before the fight, tensions were boiling. Joe Frazier called Muhammad Ali Cassius Clay, which then resulted in a bunch of back and forth, which I, for terms of service reasons, cannot say on YouTube because it gets really fucking racist. But if you want to look it up, it's all on the Wikipedia page. Needless to say, it's fucking hilarious. These guys wanted to bash each other's brains in, though. The fight lived up to its hype. Muhammad Ali invented a strategy called rope-a-dope. Essentially, he leaned up against the ropes and started, absorbing punches to try and, tire Joe Frazier out. It didn't really work. After a vicious left hook by Frazier, Ali was knocked down, and in the 11th round, resulting in his first professional loss. Ali went on to fight Frazier a second time to win. The Rumble in the Jungle. This is one of those fights that I really don't know how to describe or talk about. But it's versus George Foreman. It goes on for 7 rounds. It's one of the most iconic fights in boxing history. He utilizes the rope-a-dope once again. It's just a beautiful fight. Look it up if you've never seen it. It's on YouTube for free. Ali regains his title. This was a major upset victory, and his next opponent, Chuck Wepner, would inspire the movie Rocky, according to Sylvester Stallone. The third fight against Joe Frazier was known as the Thrilla in Manila, and it's also a legendary fight. Muhammad Ali won this fight, but it was a very costly battle. After this fight, there was a post-fight interview in which he said, and I quote, "I'm sore all over. My arms, my face, my sides, all ache. I'm so tired. There is a great possibility that I will retire. You might have seen the last of me. I want to sit back and count my money, live in my house and my farm, work for my people and concentrate in my family." If only he had took his own advice. Instead, he fought until 1980. He started to have trembling of his hands and vocal stuttering. By the end of his boxing career, Muhammad Ali had absorbed an estimated 200,000 hits to the head. In 1984, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's. But he was still an active person until his death on June 2nd, 2016. He has a massive legacy of philanthropy and political action. Muhammad Ali goes down as one of the greatest fighters and one of the greatest people of all time. Many have come close, but many have tried, but none have come close. Thank you for watching.